Asia Bibi is now living safely in the West with her husband and children. Her extended family members, however, are not safe because they still live in that Sharia-infested hellhole we call Pakistan. 2 days ago, her brother-in-law had his throat slit. Discourse on Development reports. Yunus, the brother-in-law of Asia Bibi, a Christian woman convicted of blasphemy by a Pakistani court, was killed in Sheikhupura city of Punjab province in Pakistan on Monday. According to the FIR, Yunus had gone to his farms on May 24th and did not return home at night. His body with throat slit was traced to the farm the following morning. It is believed that hailing from the minority Christian community, Yunus was killed in a rivalry. This is not the first time that somebody associated with Asia Bibi has been murdered in cold blood. In 2011, Salman Taseer, the influential governor of Punjab, was assassinated after he made headlines by appealing for the pardon of Asia Bibi, who had been sentenced to death for allegedly insulting Prophet Muhammad. A month after Taseer was killed, religious minorities minister Shahbaz Bhatti, a Christian who spoke out against the laws, was shot dead in Islamabad, underlining the threat faced by critics of the law. Side note, Salman Taseer, the Punjab governor, was killed by a Muslim named Mumtaz Qadri. In 2014, a mosque was built in Qadri's honor and named after him. Yes, in Pakistan, they name mosques after Muslims who assassinate political leaders for siding with Christians. Asia Bibi is now living in exile after the Supreme Court of Pakistan acquitted her based on insufficient evidence in October 2018. Recounting the hellish conditions of 8 years spent on death row on blasphemy charges, but also the pain of exile, Asia Bibi recently broke her silence to give her first personal insight into an ordeal that caused international outrage. French journalist Anne Isabelle Tollet, who has co-written a book about her, was once based in the country where she led a support campaign for her. "You already know my story through the media," she said in the book, "but you are far from understanding my daily life in prison or my new life," she said. "I became a prisoner of fanaticism," she said. In prison, tears were the only companions in the cell. She described the horrendous conditions in squalid jails in Pakistan, where she was kept chained and jeered at by other detainees. Pakistan's blasphemy laws carry a potential death sentence for anyone who insults Islam. Critics say they have been used to persecute minority faiths and unfairly target minorities. Imagine that. Islamic law is being used to persecute minority faiths. That's what Islamic law is designed to do. In the Quran, Allah calls Christians, Jews, and other non-Muslims the worst of creatures. Allah calls Muslims the best of peoples. Islamic law is designed to show non-Muslims that they're garbage and that their lives are worthless. It's designed to show Muslims that they're superior. Needless to say, we shouldn't be surprised when Christians are in jail on trumped-up blasphemy charges or simply have their throats slit. This is what Islam has been producing for 14 centuries. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan defended the country's strict blasphemy laws during his election campaigns. The status quo is still in place. No government in Pakistan was ready to make changes to the blasphemy law due to fears of a backlash. As we've seen in Pakistan, government officials will be assassinated for opposing blasphemy laws, and their assassins will be honored by having mosques named after them. Hence, Pakistanis end up with cowards like Imran Khan as their prime minister. The most amazing part about all of this is the level of insanity Islam produces. Anyone can look at this and know that it's evil. Anyone can look at this and know that we have to stand against this. But as soon as you say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I can't sit idly by while this ideology continues to destroy people, we have to expose it now," you're called a racist and a bigot and an Islamophobe, not simply by Muslims, but by politicians and journalists and educators and entertainers. Islam has caused the entire world to lose its collective mind. Time for the relentless restoration of sanity. That sounds like a tagline.